We're Michael and Halif, and we've been traveling full-time since 2019. Currently, we are doing a van life all across North America. And in this video, we are preparing our annual return to Baja, California in Mexico.
Crossing the border. And some of the important things you absolutely must have before you're going to do that.
Hi everyone! Before we hit the open road for a Baja adventure this year, let's have a little chat about the importance of the preparation. Think of it as a gearing up for an epic quest. And after 3 years of wintering in Baja, I think we start to get this preparation as a routine. So we have a list of a few things that we like to prepare and we would like to share it with you. So hopefully this list will help you in preparing for your own trip to Baja, Mexico.
Hop in Baja round 2.
Okay, so let's start with the preparation. First thing first, make your own list of what you think you need, covering everything from oil change to paperwork and passports, route planning, and stocking up of some essentials. Personally, this year, we upgraded our van with the lift kit from the Agile Off-Road, which essentially gives an extra 2 inches of clearance under our van. Probably doesn't sound much, but it is a really good thing to have in Baja. And of course, we make sure that our van is fully covered by insurance in Mexico, which in our case, we ask our car insurance policy to get an extension for our trip here in Mexico. If not, you can purchase a Mexican car insurance, such as from the Baja bound, to cover your policy in Mexico.
Parking? Aquí?
When it comes to picking up our camping spots, we've got a few tricks up our sleeve. We use iOverlander and Wonder Pins, our go-to apps for finding hidden gems in Baja. And this year, we got a few sweet caravan of friends joining us for the ride. If you haven't checked out the pros and cons of caraving here in Baja, check out this video, which has a lot of great information about a few essential tips of caravanning versus solo trip. And setting up those expectations early is the key for a smooth ride. Now let's talk about stocking up those essentials stateside before we hop into Mexico. Believe me, there's a method to this madness. We develop our checklist too, packed with all must-haves from grocery stores, outdoor shops, and specialty stores. And we're talking about IPA craft beer, organic treats, a few hard-to-find ingredients such as tofu and tempeh, kombucha. And personally for us, we love to have some Asian cooking ingredients. So we stock up a few laugama sauce and other ingredients, as well as some fancy flavored bubbly waters like Waterloo. Even though you can find Topo Chico everywhere in Mexico, bubbly waters that is flavored is hard to come by. And you'll thank me later. And for pet parents, make sure that you stock up your favorite dog treats and foods, especially when your pets are pretty picky eater like Kana, and also double check that all their vaccination and medications is up to date. Oh, and speaking of food, we always have to throw in some of the ready-to-eat meals for those moments when we are craving a taste of home. We personally like Mountain House meals. Let's be real. While Mexican food is absolutely delicious, sometimes you just need a little comfort food to taste. Alright, buckle up amigos, because now we are diving into the nitty-gritty journey of traveling from the United States into Baja. Welcome to Mexico! It's like navigating a maze of adventure, with a side adrenaline for a good measure.
Hey, we gotta do immigration first. Nope, you stay here.
Good girl. And we're talking about when you cross into Mexico and you have to get the Mexican tourist card, FMM, which is something that you have to be proactively seek for. While driving in Baja is a completely different adventure altogether, make sure that you are well prepared for anything that could come up on the road, such as some military checkpoints,
Open the back.
animals on the road,
Hey, pup.
and also speed bumps. Oh, and one golden rule, do not drive in Baja at night. Try to avoid it. Trust me, those narrow lanes and surprise critters are best tackled in the light of day.
There's a bunch of asses on the road right ahead of you too now.
Now it's time to talk about the adventure in Baja itself. We're talking about the essentials that make your Vanlife journey in Baja feels like a 5-star vacation. Gas and diesel are easy to come by in Baja.
Diesel full.
And there are working ATMs that will give you pesos as needed. And this is probably a good tip for you. Bring a few US dollars in your pocket, that's not gonna hurt. Assuming you're gonna be doing a lot of water sports here in Baja, make sure you don't forget your water sports gear.
Hey!
Snorkeling equipment, paddle boards, surfboards, kite surfing kits, you name it. Baja is a playground for all sort of water sport adventures. Alright, let's talk a little bit deeper about your van setup. We're talking about the solar and batteries that make your life easier in Baja. Make sure that everything is well installed, and if you do need a spare, do bring them, including Starlink cables. And thankfully we have a spare because we already ruined our Starlink cable. So just make sure that you have a spare to stay connected. I don't think we have to cover a lot of things about clothing. Obviously you have personal preferences of what to bring. Ladies, I know you have your own preferences of your cosmetics and personal hygiene. Even though Mexico have some basic ones, they may not have the ones that you use. And guys, this is what we have. Michael and I have size 12 shoes. Therefore, we make sure that we have some spare for our flip-flops and running shoes. Especially since we're active, we always go through our footwear quite often. Bring some spare from home. Bigger shoes and footwear is harder to come by here in Mexico. Last but not least, let's talk about what's waiting for you here in Baja.
Alright, bye Mrs. Cows.
Of course, you can expect a picture diverse landscapes, rich cultural heritage, and more of the adventure that you can always find everywhere in Baja. You start to develop the taste of what traveling in Mexico is, such as, is water safe to drink in Mexico? The answer is yes and no, as water is not safe to drink from the tap water. We got our drinking water from places all over Baja called Purificada. This is how you get water in Mexico. We are currently in a place called Purificada. The empty jug there, they rinse it inside and you pay for it. They fill it up and you got the water out from here. The toilet paper goes in the trash, not down the toilet. And make sure you put it upside down so it is slightly more appealing for others. And this is my personal experience walking around or running around in any Mexican neighborhoods. There will be dogs everywhere. They both either stray dogs or own dogs, and a lot of them will bark, try to protect their territories. Your safety, your dog's safety comes first. So you have to protect yourself, and in order to hush them away, I find that picking up a rock, either you throw it in front of them or just to pretend you're throwing, is usually a deterrent for the dog to move forward. And you can just move on with your adventure. As a last resort, you can bring a stick. Again, your safety comes first. Okay, so far that's what we have. If you have any questions regarding your trip planning to go to Baja or Mexico in general, please leave some comments down below and we will be able to answer it. And now we are ready to hit the road to Baja. This is it. Today's the day we are crossing into Baja again for the winter.
In a quarter mile, use the right 2 lanes to turn right to stay on California.
We're going in this lane for any reason?
No. Respect.
Can you unlock the door?
Let's go out here. Buenos días.
Buenos días, ¿hablo español? ¿Voy a hacer inspección?
Inspection? Sí.
Registration?
Registration? Okay. Let me get Kana. Stay here. Michael. Oh, Sam. Buenos días. Hannah's driving to San Felipe. And that's a wrap for our journey preparation for Baja. We hope this Baja preparation tips is helpful for you. If you do, please give a thumbs up. And if you like to follow along with our journey here in Mexico, hit that subscribe button. And thank you guys for watching. I don't know where Kana is, but I'm gonna make a test. Test. And I think this is not in focus. Is this better? I think so. Alright, let's try again. Still don't really like the setting, but the lighting was really awful on the last one. I don't think this is better either. This may be good. That's why we're doing a test. I think this should be good, right? Lighting, perfect. Angle, face, I think so. So there you go. Cheers.